Hello, 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 family. I'm back and I'm here for you. It's not going as planned today, but we are still going to do this. So, welcome to the Woke Africa Show. My name is AJY, your host, and as it is, as I have informed you already, we are going to have a decent conversation today. I'd like to thank all my subscribers. You guys, you are amazing. Thank you for always supporting this channel and sticking by us. I would like to also say a big thank you. Hello, Sister Bina. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you. I'm so happy, and I hope you're ready for today's live because we're going to be having a very deep conversation about us, Africa, what is important to us, and the things that we should be giving attention to. So, as I always do it, before I go into it, hey, I want to tell Africa, hey, just watch out. Watch out. Because the enemies of our soul, the enemies of our health. Oh, hallelujah to that, sister. Thank you so much. They're still planning to bring the vaccines into Africa. Okay? They are planning to still bring the vaccines to Africa. So I think they kind of like go on live TV to say these things to size us up. Because there is a video that came out, a recording from White House. I think just before President Trump was about to do his news reportage. And, there was like some kind of a recording going on. And in that audio, like it was a video, but in the voice on the video, the guy just said that they had all been vaccinated. Okay? They had all been vaccinated. So I'm just thinking, if y'all have been vaccinated, then what are you cooking that you are preaching is going to be taking 18 months? What are they cooking though? What are they cooking up? What are they whooping up and trying to test on Africans? Because according to him, they have already been vaccinated. I want to show you guys this video, okay? I want to show you guys this video because sometimes when you talk, you have to back it with evidence. So I want to show you guys this video. And this video is talking directly about the fact that people have, people in the White House have already, I don't know where they met, but they were trying to say people have, okay, guys, see, I hope you can see. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to play it back again for you to hear because everybody here has been vaccinated. I don't know if you heard it. If you heard him saying everybody here has been vaccinated. I'm trying to get the, just hold on. I want you guys to hear this, okay? I want you to hear this. That's reassuring. USC. Everybody here has been vaccinated anyway. USC. If you had this, let me know you had it. That is the guy in your shot saying that everybody there has been vaccinated. See. So if they have already been vaccinated, then my question is, what are they cooking up and wanting to try in the motherland? Okay, what kind of trials are they trying to send to the motherland to try on us if they have already been vaccinated? As according to what is in in that video. So Africa, we must wake up. We must be sharp. This is not the normal rhetoric. We must be sharp because, look, if you hear that all of a sudden some science team in your country have come up with a vaccine, guys, guys, please be on the lookout. Because if you hear all of a sudden some scientist in your country has come up with a vaccine, come up with a cure, I think you should ask questions. I think you should ask questions. I think you should ask questions. And that will be in the right order because we don't know what's going on. So Africa, please be vigilant. Okay? Family, you have to be vigilant. You have to watch out. 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 I would like to thank everyone who has tuned in. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for joining us. Today is, if you see the topic, it's about conversation. The conversations that we've been having, okay, all this while. Every day we are having some kind of conversation, okay? We meet up on platforms and we're talking about how important it is for us to unite. We're talking. Okay, let's see what Carrie. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? The vaccine only for poor people. Them too light. Okay, so I guess that's a Gambian term, but yes, they are cooking something up for we poor folk. They're cooking something up for we Africans, we who do not have access to their top secret files. They're cooking something up for us. Because if the people, I don't know if you guys heard it. Just hold on. Hold on. Let me play this again. Because, guys, let me send you an invite. Today, I want to see my sisters in a conversation with me today. So let me just post this. Yes, please call in. Abena, today is you're on. Carrie, call in, guys. Let's have a conversation. Okay, it doesn't matter how many people are here. We can have our conversations, all right. So I want to show you this video again because I don't know if you guys heard it. So because I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. Okay. Now, audio. Okay. I don't know if the audio is playing, but okay. So listen, guys.
You got fast. The case fatality rate's at 0.1 to 0.3 according to USC. That's reassuring. USC. Everybody here's been vaccinated anyway. USC and LA County Public Health came out with a study. They found that there's 7,000 cases in California, but they really believe that there are anywhere from 221,000 to 442,000 people who were infected. Really? Yeah. So that makes it 0.1 to 0.3. Does a study to give out? Yeah, just give it to them. So it suggests the case fatality rate is 10. Wow. What's your right line with the flu? Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. So it was a host. I don't think it was a host.
So, guys, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Hmm. Hey, Marco, welcome, Marco. I see you, Marco. Guys, please support our channel on Patreon. www.patreon.com// The Woke Africa Show. I'll put it in the description. Please support us. We need your support, guys. Please support us and help us, build this channel. So, did you hear that conversation though? Oh, you didn't hear it clearly. Okay, I'm going to try and make a recorded video out of that. So if they have the vaccine, if they've been vaccinated allegedly, then what? Okay, let me repeat this video again, guys. I wish I could make the sound any louder, but you have to pay attention to the very start of this video.
The case fatality rate's at 0.1 to 0.3 according to USC. That's reassuring. USC. Everybody here has been vaccinated anyway. USC and LA County Public Health came out with a study. They found it.
Please listen again, because I want you to hear where he says everybody here has been vaccinated already. Anyway, listen.
That's reassuring. USC. Everybody here has been vaccinated anyway. USC and LA County Public Health came out with a study. They found that there are 7,000 cases in California. They truly believe that there are anywhere from 221,000 to 442,000.
Sorry, okay.
So that makes it
Sorry, oh, go and put sanitizer on it, okay? Okay, guys. So I hope you heard it. Did you hear it? Did you hear it, guys? So I'm going to try and make a video with this because this thing is on social media. It is on social media. And so I don't know how they've been already vaccinated. And that is exactly what he was talking about. I'm telling you, there is no honesty anywhere. You and I, who don't have access to their redacted files and we don't have access to their COVID files, we don't know. We don't know. And because we don't know, we have to ask questions. We have to take precaution. We don't know. And because we don't know, we have to be extra vigilant. Welcome to the Woke Africa Show. Please support us on Patreon. Patreon.com// Woke Africa Show. Support this channel to be able to acquire the needed gadgets to bring you good quality videos. We have just started, but there is always going to be improvement. So thank you for sticking with the show. But so you had it. You had it. This is not like, a hearsay. You had it. This video is real. And I'm going to make like a recorded video so you can hear the footage really well. So if they've been vaccinated, then what are they talking about? Like, the vaccine will be ready in 18 months. So if the vaccine is supposed to be ready in 18 months, what were they vaccinated with? Those are some of the questions we should ask people. Those are some of the questions we should ask. And if we ask those questions, it's deservedly so. So now there is a video circulating on social media once again with this British journalist and health experts talking about testing the vaccine in Kenya. In Kenya. So my brothers and sisters in Kenya, you have to wise up. Some people have already been vaccinated. It means there is a vaccine. We are the ones who don't know about it. So whatever they are producing and intending to test on you, well, I guess on all of us, you need to be vigilant, guys. We need to wake up. Like, if I say we need to wake up, we need to wake up seriously, guys. Seriously, we have to wake up seriously. Well, I hope so. I hope so. I hope it's an old video. I hope it has nothing to do with COVID-19. I hope that video honestly has nothing to do with COVID-19. Because if it don't have nothing to do with COVID-19, then that's fine. But if it has something to do with COVID-19, then you guys, we have to wise up. We have to we have to ask questions like, what are they producing? What are they getting ready to inject into us in 18 months? I think about my people all the time. Like, our people, because of poverty, because of all kinds of things, the enemy finds it so easy to target us. If the few woke people won't succumb, they will contact the weakling. That is why I keep preaching that the prosperity of the entire African continent is dependent on the collective prosperity of the entire African continent. You see why we must push for equal education for our people. And I'm not talking about their system, their miseducated education system. We're talking about real African-oriented quality education for our people. Teaching our people about our past and our history, our oppressors and those who seek to do us harm. We must strengthen ourselves in technology. We must go back to understand what our ancient, ancestors did, so that we will not put ourselves down, doubting ourselves on what we can do and what we cannot do. I will try. It's a social media video, so I don't have like a link for it. So if it's going to be a link, then I'm gonna have to do a video about it. But I would have to study the content critically well to understand if it has to do with this COVID-19 or with the influenza or something else. But I need to make that assertion before I make a video with it. So I'm saying that I hope, although people are sharing this video online on social media now, I hope it has nothing to do with COVID-19. So guys, please call in. This channel is about conversation. I've always said it. This is not a one-way channel where I'm always the one telling you stuff. I like to hear from you. I want to know what your take is on issues surrounding us. So click on this link that I've just posted and call in. Everyone is welcome. Call in and let's have a conversation. Okay, guys? And also, please support us on Patreon. Support us on Patreon. Okay, I have 2 supporters on Patreon. I really do appreciate you guys. I am so grateful for your support. And I would like to give a special shout out to Colin on Mayat for all the support. And it's not just by words, but you've actually come on Patreon to support the channel, and I'm grateful, and I hope brothers and sisters will follow suit and do the same. I also want to thank yes, I also want to okay Meba. I also want to thank my second patron in the person of Andre Hatchett. Andre, thank you so much. You have patronized my channel, and I'm so grateful. Shouts to you, shouts to Colin on Mayat, Sister Abina, shouts to you guys. But I believe we can do better. We can do more. So guys, please support us on Patreon. You can go to www.patreon.com/The Woke Africa Show, or you can just go to Patreon and search for The Woke Africa Show, and definitely you'll find our channel. So thank you so much in advance for supporting the show, because it will get to a time I want to have a fully fledged studio for you guys. I want to be able to get quality stories where I go to the source to find out. I have such a dream. I want to have conferences, symposiums for our members, and in the effort of trying to unite the continent, actually do something practical with this. I want to build the Ubuntu Center. The Ubuntu Center in Africa is going to be a powerful place of unification. It's going to be a powerful point of education. It's going to be a powerful point of research, and a powerful place for the socialization of our people. So we're going to go with baby steps, but we're going to get there. All right. So when I start my videos, it's usually about caution, sounding caution to the entire African diaspora, and it's also about like having these talks of caution with you guys, because we are not in ordinary times. We are not in ordinary times. These are not ordinary times. These are times that everybody is trying to throw their stuff on Africa. Okay? Look at what China is doing to our people right now. Like, we can never stop talking about it. We can't. Sorry, guys. We can never stop talking about the mistreatment of our people in China. Nor can we stop talking about the mistreatment of our people in Europe. We can also stop talking about the mistreatment of our people in the Americas. So here we are. We find ourselves as a people so scattered. I've never seen a people as scattered as Black people. We are so scattered. Maybe some people do not understand the gravity of our story. Some people do not understand the gravity of our situation. Some people do not understand the extent of the gravity of our situation. We are the most scattered people on the globe. We are the most displaced people on the globe. So it gets to a point where we have to take this seriously, because if we're looking at present African leaders to bring any kind of salvation, maybe a few can, maybe a few can. But it's not all of them. It's not all of them. Maybe a few will hear the message that we preach. Maybe a few will hear the message that we preach. But trust me, it's not all of them. It's not all of them, people. Maybe a few would like to do one or two things to keep our people at bay. A few would like to do one or two things to keep our people satiated. A few would like to do one or two things to keep our people content. So we don't ask for our rights. But that is not enough. Enough should be enough. It's not just Africans on the continent, people. It's not just Africans on the continent. If you go to Europe, to wherever our people are, they always have to struggle for recognition. They always have to work twice as hard as compared to their counterparts of other races. So when we come here and we sit down and we talk, we are talking because we have a calling. We have a desire. We have a passion that a time is coming that our people will not be subjected to crumbs. Our people will not be subjected to humiliation. Our people will not be subjected to the last position. Our continent will not be subjected to, a resource colony. Our continent will not be subjected to an option for people who are overpopulated and looking for new lands to go occupy. So that is why we must unite as a people. Our collective, unity, our collective rise. I can't stop saying this enough. Like, I can't say this enough. I can't hit this point enough. Guys, before we go to our topic, the topic for the day, I cannot hit this point enough. That if one African succeeds, it is equal to 0. Because you will not be respected, your children will not be respected, they will not be accorded the same dignity as is accorded to even the least person in a developed nation. So we owe it to everybody. We owe it to ourselves, our generation, everybody on the continent. We owe it to them to hold hands, to have serious conversations that will prick or will urge action to follow. I have lived life long enough to realize that sometimes it is the people who have nothing to contribute that talks the most. But you know what? Maybe their contribution is the talking. Maybe their contribution is the raising of these points. Maybe you are in the background, you are not able to afford showing your face in public like this. You are not comfortable showing your face in public and talking about the things that are important to us, but maybe you are able to, in some way, provide a platform for real change to happen, even behind the scenes. That is your gift and that is your calling. That is your gift and that is your calling. So I strongly believe that Africa will wake up. But the point is that, are we going to wake up? Is it going to be too late for us to wake up? That is my fear. Is it going to be too late? By the time we are all woke and lit, is it going to be too late? Is it going to be too late, people? Is it going to be too late? I would like to thank everybody who has tuned in, everyone watching this show. I really do appreciate you, and I thank you for all the effort then you tune in to support this channel. Please call in if you can, and please send us your comments if you can. So we are about, guys, are you ready for the main topic of today? If you are, can I get a ready from somebody? Are you ready for the topic of today? If you are, can I get ready for somebody? In the meantime, I would like to inform you that we have a global Black family platform. We also have a WhatsApp platform that is just for the purposes of education and bringing together, the diaspora and people living on the continent to just talk about the situation, talk about the whole thing, the slavery, the poverty, the lack of development, the crazy educational system we have, the the not so working health system that we have. So we have that platform, and if you want to be part of it, I'll put the link in the description box so that you can just click on it after this live show, and we can all join in and participate. So I guess that is it. So guys, I want to move straight to today's conversations. Okay, so if you have anything to say, about all that I've talked about, then please, by all means, do so. So I'll go to the comments and read a few comments and answer questions if there are questions. Yusuf says, I've made my mind up. I'm not taking any vaccines or any contaminated tests. I was already repatriating before all of this mess. Yes, Yusuf, thank you very much for this comment. Because you have to people, you have to make up your mind on your own. You have to make up your mind on your own. I can tell you, I can come to you and I can give you the information you need. But the decision to actually do this is going to come from you. The decision to actually do this is going to come from you. So thank you very much for that comment, and stick, be firm and stick to what you know. Be firm. I'm so excited, freaking excited, because the lockdown is over in Ghana. Because, like, what the hell? All of a sudden, there's a disease affecting people, a disease that is taking away the freedom of people, guys. A disease that is taking away our freedom, our freedoms accorded to us by birth. So if you think there's nothing going on, then I'm sorry to all those who think they want to follow whatever WHO says. Well, you should be prepared to realize that is the end of your life now, because you want to stay indoors forever. Well, so I'm moving to today's topic. So it's about diaspora Africa relations. Okay, first of all, my question is there really a relationship between Africa and the diaspora? If there is, are we having the right conversations? Are we having the right conversations? Because this whole rise, the rise of Africans and the awakening of the continent and the unity, coming together and developing the continent and kind of like taking it from there to the goal that we've set for ourselves. I want to know if It's okay to jump from 1 to 10. Because don't forget that we are people that have been separated for over 400 years. So the conversation between African Americans or British Africans, or European Africans, or Caribbean Africans, or Asian Africans, or Africans everywhere, that conversation, where does it begin? Because for us to be able to achieve anything, people, for us to be able to achieve anything, we have to understand each other. Okay? We have to understand each other. And understanding each other is by understanding each other's experiences. And if we do not understand each other's experiences, then I want to ask you, because a lot of people in the continent don't really even understand what our brothers and sisters in the diaspora have gone through. So if we're having a conversation about unification, uniting, are we really tackling this issue from where it should be tackled, from the roots? Are we dealing with the roots? Are we? I want to ask this. Are we dealing with the roots? Because it's different. It's different to like experience the African hospitality, but then it's different for the African to relate with you from your viewpoint, because they have not had your experience. So you know what? I really, really believe, I sincerely believe that when you have the opportunity to address people from the diaspora, you should address them by first assessing their ability to understand you. And if they don't, then some conversation, some serious and important conversations need to start happening. Okay? They need to understand what you've been through. So whatever platforms you're on, whatever social media platforms you're on, if there are any Africans there, you want to make sure they understand what you've been through, because they know there was slave trade. Everybody knows, but nobody knows the details. Nobody knows how our brothers and sisters had to fight for their God-given freedom, because somebody with a better technology decided to say, no, you can't have it. So we can't ever stop. We can't ever stop talking about this. Sometimes Wodemaya gets tired talking about Chinese situation, the whole situation in China. Okay. And sometimes I see Dr. Mumbi like shunning away from certain topics, because the more she talks about it, the more people feel like she's being a conspiracy theorist. So the more she talks about it, the more she's perceived as, I have seen YouTubers shine away from certain sensitive content because people just don't even want to fathom. They don't want to be, they don't want to fathom the whole situation, because it's just too much for people to deal with. And I do understand. I do understand it. If people feel this way, I do understand it. Of course, why would they not feel this way? The media is not supporting them. The mainstream media is all quiet about atrocities that is going on. And if the media that they have trusted for so long is not bothered by what is going on, they listen to, social media. And of course, everybody knows the limitation of social media. Content creators, that's what I mean. So, sometimes people are tempted to not trust to the extent that they should be trusting on social media content. So people, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, guys. Just stick with me. I'm getting there. So people now, in turn, start expecting to hear confirmation from mainstream media. And when they're not hearing confirmation from mainstream media, they hear it from social media, like just anything that comes up and then fades away. Anything that is hyped from the beginning and then slowly fades away. And that syndrome begins to affect the situation because people are not getting confirmation from mainstream media. But you need to be strong in your mind, people, because what is going on, I don't see mainstream media supporting, bringing out what is wrong with the system. If what is wrong with the system itself is what we are trying to run away from, if the people that we're supposed to be trusting is the people that we are running away from, then we need to strengthen our minds. We need to strengthen our resolve to continue to have these conversations. Don't get tired, people. Do not be tired hearing about the situation in China. Be re-energized. You need to keep sharing this information coming out of China, how our people are being brutalized. You can't get tired until it stops. You can't get tired until it stops. You need to tell yourself that until it stops, I'm going to share every video that is oppressing our people. I'm going to talk about it. It's going to be part of my conversation. It's going to be part of my conversation. We are not going to be tired about people who are offended because we are trying to defend ourselves. We're not going to care about people who are offended because we are trying to protect ourselves. We're going to be strong and we're going to keep sharing these videos coming out of China, coming out of anywhere in the world, because we are going to shine the light on the darkness. So we cannot be tired, people. We cannot be tired. I'm sure by now all of you have seen the journalists who were talking about the Kissinger report and America's foreign policy on Africa. And the policy, America's foreign policy on Africa to exterminate us. You live in the US, you think you're American and you think you are not part. When they're talking about us, they don't call countries. They call us, they call a collective. They either say black people, Africans, or whatever other names they call us. They think for us in a collective. So if we're going to get tired, talking about the things, if people are going to tune in and say, oh, we've heard all of that already. If you're tired listening to what is affecting our community, our race, our people, then you are signing off your rights to live. You are signing off your right to protect your community. If you are tired of hearing the same thing about China, Kylie, lower the TV, please. If you are tired of hearing about our common struggles, then you are accepting to be a sitting duck. You're accepting to be a sitting duck because the conversation must go on. How are you going to be tired about hearing things that are affecting our people so much? They are trying to test their vaccines in Africa, and I won't talk just about Kenya. They're trying to test it everywhere. Hey guys, and I'm telling you, like, Kenyans, be very, very careful. Be careful. Be careful. I can't even say this enough. Nairobi, be careful. Nairobi, be careful. Watch out, Nairobi. Watch out, Nairobi. Because, we all think they go to the villages. So how about this time they start from the city? Be careful, Nairobi. Be careful, Nairobi. Be careful, Nairobi. I can't sound this alarm enough. Okay, so let's go. Now, in the strong, united, advanced Africa, what are we trying to see? What conversation should we be having now to lead us to that destination? And the conversation we need to be having, people, is addressing the economic gap, the wide economic gap that exists on the continent. There are people who live in abject poverty. And if I talk about abject poverty, I'm talking about the new system that has been put in place and put people in that position. There are people, there are people who live in abject poverty as I'm talking to you. There are people who are not even entitled to spend $1 a day in Africa. And there is a system in place ensuring that we stay there. Ensuring that we stay there. So you had in the Kissinger report, you might have read it. You might have heard about the Chinese policy towards Africa for the year 2050. If there are billions of people don't have a place to go, and they are coming to occupy the continent, then let me ask you, where are you and I supposed to be? Where are you and I supposed to be if they want the land? Where are you and I supposed to be? You see, there will come a time, the only chance our diaspora will have, because if you live in their land and you think you're safe, then I don't know what I don't know what I should say. It doesn't matter that there are corrupt leaders on this continent. This is the only place we can take back. This is the only place we can take back. So come, ye people, come back to the continent. Let's take our continent back, because then we will have a place to call home. Then we will have a place to call home. This is survival of our race. Look, I don't even want to hear, like, I have issues. Like, look at me. I have mouths to feed. I'm a single mother. I have mouths to feed. I don't have help from anybody. But why do you think I pay for data? And it's expensive in Africa, intentionally expensive in Africa. Why do you think I buy and I buy and I buy? After all, how many views am I going to get paid how much? But I'll buy my data to come and sit here and talk to you because you get what? I don't know how long this internet is going to endure. I don't know how long these platforms are going to stay. But if we are located here on the continent, I can drive to your home when something is about to go down. If we are located here on the continent, we can build our own systems because we have intelligent people scattered in the diaspora. So if we move, look, if you this whole internet, this whole thing that is giving me access to talk to you, our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, it doesn't belong to us. You know that. There will come a time, probably we cannot even be able to communicate this way if we don't build our own systems. So we need the skilled people in their prime. You see, the reason why Africa is our land and we must take it back is because if we take Africa back, then that becomes our own. The land of our ancestors, it becomes our own. We can have the freedom to develop to any extent that we want. Look, I know, like, I'm probably not the most interesting person you will see on YouTube, but I have a message. I have a message to tell you. And I will take opportunity to talk to you for as long as I get this opportunity to talk to you. This is the Woke Africa Show. You're welcome. You can support us on Patreon. The Woke Africa Show /Patreon. You can support us over there. We need it. We're a young channel and we would really appreciate your support on Patreon. I love this. Is powerful. This is powerful. Ben Yehuda, this is powerful. This is what I'm talking about. So I don't want to hear anybody telling me why should I come to Africa because all the leaders are corrupt. Excuse my words, but fuck the corrupt leaders. Fuck them. Because we can take our land back. See all these Chinese people coming to Africa and buying land in Africa. See all these Lebanese people who are full in Africa, like all these foreigners. I'm not xenophobic, but I'm trying to address the inequalities. Like, this is supposed to be our land. Of course, if a woman is chasing you, if a woman is available to you, loves you, adores you, and you don't see her value, she's gonna be following you for until someone comes and sweeps her off her feet, and that person got her. Okay, all right. Maybe I didn't say this right. Let me just come again. Let me repeat this because maybe I didn't say, like, see how I'm fired up. Let me repeat this. Okay. If you are a man and a woman is coming after you, trying to foreskin you, trying to show you that she's got the thing for you, pushing herself after you, and you do not value that, you do not see any value in that, then she will keep following you. She will keep asking you. She will keep begging you. She will keep cooking for you. She will keep, like, you will keep taking advantage of her, asking you to reciprocate her advances until somebody else comes in and sweeps her off her feet. And once somebody sweeps her off her feet and you go back, she is gonna tell you that I'm sorry, but I'm taken. I'm no longer available. So here is the message for my brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Africa, right now, there is still a chance to take it back. It still belongs to us. There is still a chance to take the continent back. If we're going to keep talking about how, no, I just want to live there. No, I'm not ready to move back to Africa. No, I'm not ready to start. Oh, no, I don't have enough money to come back to the continent. No, I am too young. I want to get married and have my kids. And probably when I retire, I will go back to the continent. No, I'm getting paid way better here than I will be paid over there. No, I'm telling you, the opportunity to come back and take this land because it belongs to us is not going to last forever. Because if we refuse to acknowledge the value of this continent, there are people who are checking out the continent already. There are people who are like trying to woo the continent already with their loans, with their aid. But the continent loves us, okay? The continent, the soil, we are people of the soil, and you know that. You know that already. You know that we are people of the soil. You know that already. If we are not going to take it seriously, this invitation, I'm sitting here and I'm sweating. Look, I'm sweating trying to talk to you. If we are not going to take the invitation to come home and take what belongs to us, then let me tell you, somebody else is checking out your beauty. Somebody else is checking out, you know, the girl that you think belongs to you anyway, so you can treat her anyway. The mother that you think will stick around for you all the time. Time's about to change. Time is about to change. We don't have, listen, Black people, we don't freaking have all the time in the world. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. My daughter, she's never, like, when I tell her I'm on live and I need to have my peace of mind, it's like telling her that come in every second and disrupt me, you know. And so she doesn't like give up. She doesn't. So my people, if you love this content, please hit the like button, okay? Get a thumbs up and go to Patreon and support this channel. I would really appreciate anyone who commits to supporting this channel, because very soon I'm gonna build this channel up because we have a lot to talk about. Share this content for anyone that you think deserves to appreciate that now that the continent is calling us to come home, It's not going to be there forever. Maybe you don't know this, but even the sun, our sun, is going to die out. Coming home is not just to come and gain the power and the resources and eat and keep talking and doing nothing. We have to come and build our technology so we can be looking for safer worlds in the universe. Guys, to sustain our race, to spread across the universe. Because, look, we don't care about science, Black people, do we? Do we care about scientific research? Do we care about what is going on in space? The Chinese are there, the Indians are there, the Russians are there, the Americans are there, the Europeans are there. Is any African leader trying to go to space? Is any African country trying to look for, worlds out there? How many worlds out there has our scientists or astronomers, detected or found and named? How many? How many? If we're not going to build our technology and we're not going to improve our science, then we are as good as dead. The only place that we can have the freedom to do that is on the continent. Is on the continent. So I want to see a believer in here. I want to see a believer in here. Yeah. Agree with what I'm trying to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want somebody to challenge what I'm talking about. If you think we don't need to improve our science, if you think we don't need to understand that we are a people, we've got stardust in us, and we need to be looking towards the cosmos. If you think we don't need to be looking towards the cosmos, tell me about it. Why have we left space advancement to our oppressors, our detractors? Why have we left the pursuit of ultimate power in the hands of people who wants to exterminate us? Why have we left tremendous power? Science and technology is tremendous power. Why have we left it in the hands of people who wants to Look, when they say somebody wants to exterminate you, do you understand? Do you understand the process of extermination? Do we understand that? Do we understand that our very existence is in danger and we must wake up as a people? Let me tell you something. Sometimes when I come here and I have 3 people here, I have 2 people here, I get discouraged so much. So sometimes the thing in me that has to come out is hindered. But why do we always talk about our heroes when they die? Why would everyone online right now not hit the like button, even though they're finding wisdom in what I'm talking about? Why won't you go on Patreon and support this channel with $5, with whatever amount you can, to help push somebody like me, to help push the voice of somebody like me? Because that is how we have been wired to think about ourselves. But that time should come to an end. We must support. We must support the thing. Gone are the day. Look, if I had an entertainment channel, if I had a comedy channel, do you think I'll be on here like begging people to like and subscribe? Anything that will make you laugh heartily and have fun and sit in that couch and wait the rest of your life for somebody to come up with a 5G technology. And when that person comes up with 5G technology and it has all these harmful frequencies, then you come on social media and you complain about it. Oh, but you could have been supporting somebody who is talking about the truth to motivate our people to get up and get into STEM. We could be having our own 5G technology if we would give to research, if we would give in to technological research. We have we have doctors, like we have doctors in this country. And I'm telling you right now, it is herbalists, herbal doctors, herbal people who have herbal recipes that are trying to come up with a cure for the COVID here in Africa. So what happened to doctors who went to school and got educated with taxpayers' money? What the fuck are they doing? What are they doing? African doctors have become textbook doctors. Excuse my words. Some of them. Yes. We have around the clock work to do. If I'm talking about the new Africa, I'm not talking about the lazy ass doctors who wants to sit in the office but not get in the lab. Not get in the lab and find solutions for Black people because they think they're too good. If you're a doctor and you're watching me and you want to be mad at me, then be mad at me. Be mad at me and get up off your lazy ass and get into the lab and find solution. Don't sit there and allow people to come and test poison on your people and be confident in yourself that you are a doctor, you are a scientist, you are a biologist, and you're Black and your people are being used for lab rats. And you're sitting there and you're glorifying yourself in your title. I don't want to talk about African governments because we know it doesn't work for us. So we, the people, must get off our couches. Whatever you're doing in the land of your oppressor, you are doing to support their privilege. You think you're a partner, right? In their development. You think you deserve stuff. You think they should roll out the red carpet for you as well. Really? We need to wake up. And we need to have conversations. You know, these conversations, we need to have like action-backed conversation. I do not respect any wealthy person in Africa who don't give a shit that we are fixing to be used as lab rats. I don't. You should care. If you've got the money and you can support a group of scientists to research into this freaking situation, and find protection for our people, then that's what you've got to do with your money. If you've got enough money and you selfish ass can do something about our science and technology and you're not doing it, shame on you. If you've got all that money, if you've got all that access, okay, you are a government official, you've got all that access to block people from testing shit on us, and you're gonna sit there because you're gonna get some peanuts and write us out to be tested, to be used as lab rats. Well, hear this, shame on you. Sometimes it is not even the oppressor, that the enemy that wants to harm us, that that wants to hurt us. It's not that enemy that I even think about the most, but it's the internal enemy. The internal enemy that has not been outed. The internal enemy that is disguised and is still hiding and doing evil, committing evil. That is the internal enemy that I fear the most. That Black African who will come and deceive us because we're looking for somebody to trust, but that black enemy, that black enemy. You see, that's why I have a problem with people who say all white people are the enemy. Have you even considered how they are even successful doing everything they do to us all the time? Because there is always a black Judas somewhere, truth be told. If you are a Judas working against our race, I say shame on you. Because you know yourself. You know yourself. If you like the show, if you like the information, if you like the conversation we're having, please hit the like button, and support this show on Patreon. www.patreon.com/The Woke Africa Show. If we can't have this conversation, people, if we can't have this conversation, then we have a problem. If we can understand that we have a problem, then, and if we can get that the situation is dire, Taki, welcome. Good to see you. Abina, good to see you. All of you folks online, thank you for being here. I'm sorry for my words. Sometimes I get too fired because I don't even understand why a whole people, the continent, people on the continent are crying out. They just don't know who to cry out to. Our brothers and sisters in the diaspora are crying out. They just don't know who to cry out to because everything seems to be said against us as a people. So maybe, for once in a lifetime, how about we have the conversation amongst ourselves? Maybe. How about we stop putting bows in our hands, going outside asking for the approval of our enemies? Maybe. See, they want to survive. They want their race to survive. They're even looking for external planets, better planets with better living conditions than this Earth. They want that's what they're doing. Sometimes when I tell people that, I have developed a natural interest in science fiction and astrology and, sci-fi technology and all of that space, and the universe and all of that. People look at me like, what is she talking about? But you know what? Some of us must be interested in the things that are important to us. That some of us have got to be interested in astrology, in space technology, whatever. Don't you see it? Ever since you were a child and you've grown up, these people have been going to space. They gave you heaven, they gave you Jesus, and then they took their aircraft and they went up there to try to find something. What you think is Jesus? I'm sorry, I'm fired up. How many satellites? Look at the entire black race. How many satellites are in our name? The entire black race. So somebody can tell you that you are ignorant, and people can tell you are unintelligent, but what are we telling ourselves, people? What are we telling ourselves? What are we telling each other? If you love this show and if you love the fire, support us on Patreon, people. I would like to thank our existing patron. Thank you, guys. Special shout outs to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe we will get there. I want to keep it short and I want to keep it simple. So if you ask me, we need to fix our broken educational system. We need to fix the inequalities, the vast inequalities, economic inequalities, the vast, my God, the deplorable state of the distribution of resources on the continent is disgraceful. On the continent is winner takes it all. A handful of people has the destinies of entire 1.5 billion people on the continent. They have their destinies in their pocket. In their pocket. We need to start having conversations about healthcare, quality healthcare. And if I talk about quality healthcare, we're talking about fake pandemics, fake diseases manufactured somewhere and imported into Africa, and proper quality defense against them. We need to have a grip. We need to have a grip on our destinies. And this time around, if we're going to do it, we're not going to do it halfway through. We gotta go the whole 9 yards. We have to take a look at small businesses, okay? My factory was just demolished senselessly. And you think the kind of crap ass stupid political system we have in Africa is gonna help anybody? Well, I have a dream though. Just like Martin Luther King, maybe I'm kind of maybe tapping into his energy. I have a dream, and I have a dream that one day African youth, woke Africans, will rise up and be so loud that these leaders, these politicians have no other choice than to do what is right. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day the youth of this Africa, of our Africa, is going to be so loud that the politicians will have no choice but to do what is right by our people. I have that dream. Some of the African leaders are trying. Magufuli, okay? Magufuli, am I even saying the name right? Is it Magufuli or Magufuli? President Magufuli. He canceled 500. Okay, wait, let me get this. Let me get this before I get too like overexcited, okay? Let me get this for you guys. It's great news. It's fantastic news. So let me get this. Let me get this. He canceled 500 million. Look, $500 million loan that was going to become a burden on his people for the next 60 years. 500 million. And they were just going to be paying interest on that 500 million loan for the next 60 years. Why do you think he canceled it though? Why do you think he canceled it? Maybe somebody sitting on a social media somewhere is talking loud. Social media is what we need to move Africa forward, people. Thank you, Taki. Thank you, Taki. Your support on Patreon will mean a lot. It will mean so much to this young, up and coming, struggling channel that one day will become one of the biggest channels in Africa. Because we're going to keep talking about the things that are important to us. So thank you so much, guys. If you are here and you're contemplating on supporting us on Patreon, thank you. And we appreciate you. And we'll never forget that you are part of the reasons why we have grown when the time comes and we get there. So thank you. And I would always acknowledge you on YouTube. So we need to get rid of outmoded colonial laws that are so tight on our own people. You think it's only in America that our black young men are being, put away in prison? We've got the same laws here. Putting young black men in prison on the continent is the same. We have got to improve the colonial laws. We have got to do away with the barbaric ones and make some adjustments. We have got to introduce community service here in Africa because it's not every crime. Somebody steals a goat and he's given 10 years in prison. But there is a crooked politician stealing millions and enjoying yachts in Dubai and in the Caribbean. That is how the scale is imbalanced. So we need to do away with those laws. And I hope somebody is listening. We need to improve. See, this is going to be my last point, people. This is going to be my last point. And then I'm going to open the door for you guys to call in. Because today, if nobody calls in, I'm not going. I'm not leaving. So, food security, guys. Food security is a big problem in Africa. We've got land, we've got young people, but we cannot produce food enough to feed our people. What kind of political policies are these? kind of policy? What is this? We have got the most, make farming attractive for our young people. Make land attractive. Land policies, make it attractive. There are so many vast lands that are lying down. Development hasn't gotten there yet. And when you're traveling to Tamale from Accra, there is vast land. The government can give that as incentive to people to farm on it. You know it's not your land, but you can farm on it as long as you want. So if you don't need to own land to farm, and the government will support you with the seedling and support you with resources to go into farming, do you think our people will ever go hungry? Whew. Do you think our people will ever go hungry, people? We have land, we have young people, people willing. Do you know how people are suffering? You think that if this kind of opportunity is open to people, to anyone who is willing to work, the government can easily put these young people in groups. They can easily put young people into groups, give them these opportunities, seedling, everything, get them equipment, start farming. They can do it. In every single country across Africa, they can do this. I get headache thinking about why. I get headache thinking about why. So I know I have a voice and I know I got something to say. I know I got something to say, and I love every single one of you for coming here to watch me in my poor lightning. Thank you so much. It's gonna get better. I'm gonna improve this channel. I have a dream. I have a long way to go. I'm gonna work on this channel. I have a long way to go, and I have something to say. Can't our leaders mobilize the young people? Give them access to land that has been following for years. Lands that nobody is occupying. Give them opportunity. They will grow our yams. They will grow our plantains. They will grow our cassavas. They will grow anything. This COVID-19 time is an opportunity for African leaders to do good by their people, to do right by their people. This COVID-19 time is the opportunity for African leaders to do right by their people, to start projects that will endure, to start projects that will endure. People, the Diaspora-Africa relationship, action-backed conversation is the catalyst for the awakening of the entire continent. Action-backed conversations. Action-backed conversations. Not talking about actions that makes you comfortable. I'm sorry. Action-backed conversations. And we need to get everybody involved in the conversations. We need to be talking about these critical issues that concerns our people. I'm a practical human being. I'm a practical person. Very practical. I like to talk about things that you and I are conversant with, things that we know already, things that we know exist already, guys. I would like to thank all of you who are spending time watching this channel. Without you, I don't have an audience. Without you, I can't have a conversation. Without you, but you know what? Before I leave, I'm going to ask you to go to Patreon and support this show. I also want to tell you to not give up, on the conversation of your return. Don't give up on the conversation of starting a business when you come down here. Don't give up on the conversation of saving every single penny that you need to. Don't give up on the conversation of realizing that your safety net is the continent. Don't give up on the conversation of supporting Black businesses. Don't give up on the conversation of supporting Black channels, YouTube channels, because you know what? The more you do this YouTube channel, the more you get to learn, the more information reaches you and you pass it on, the more you realize that you are ready for anything. You are ready for anything. And you know, guys, the more we talk about these issues, the more it becomes a part of us. The more you see yourself in that situation. So you need to keep projecting yourself onto the continent, onto the motherland. Don't worry about what is in between. Just keep projecting yourself. It was not for nothing that they said, where there's a will, there's a way. It was not for nothing. Where there is a will, my people, there's a way. Somebody drove from Europe to Africa on the road. Airports are closed, but his car is not closed. Airports may be closed, but his car is not closed. He came from the UK to the Gambia and spoke to Blacks whilst doing it. So when you say, I can't do this and oh, I can't do that, there is a way, people. There is a way, fam. There's a way. If you're here, please go to Patreon and support us because we have work to do. The work is like multifaceted, all-round work to do. We've got all-round work to do. So I'm going to post the WhatsApp link to the WhatsApp page where there are several people from the continent and several people from the diaspora trying to learn about each other's history. You remember when I told you that if we don't break it down, if we don't infuse our look, we have to go like this. See? This is how it's gonna get locked. You see, this is how we bridge the gap, by locking it up. So we have to talk about experiences, and this is conversation time, but we're moving into action too. So it's gonna have to be action-backed conversation because we don't have time. People, we don't have time. We don't have time. People want our land. That's what you have to put in your head. Africa, when you say Africa, they think of your skin. Anybody, I'm telling you, the least racist person, if you say the word Africa, they think Black person. They think Black person. If you say Africa, they think the first thing that comes to their head is black skin. When you say Africa, the first thing that comes in their head is black skin, and then the rest will come shoveling in. Oh, the unintelligent people. Oh, the underdeveloped people. Oh, the poor people. But when you say Africa, the color comes first, and then everything else follows. And then their brain begins to process where they should put you. So if you're listening to me and you believe what I'm talking about, go to Patreon and support this channel because I have something to say. You deserve a channel that is giving you the motivation to do. Look, there are channels that are giving you information. This channel is giving you motivation to back the conversation with action. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Woke Africa Show. This channel is giving you the motivation to back your conversation with actions. So go on Patreon and support us. Go on Patreon and support us. / The Woke Africa Show. Cohen, you just put this comment on my screen. Did you just what you think I'm sitting here for? You just put this. You think my work, the work I do, is the worth of everything I'm doing is worth your $10? Cohen, if you don't, I'm gonna do what I think is good for my people. And your chicken shit, $5 is not gonna change that. I'm not gonna do anything if you decide to give me shit. Our people are in danger. Our people are in a place where people want to harm us. So whatever I'm doing here is not based on what you can give me. If you genuinely want to support the channel, then go support it. If you don't want, get off my channel because I have people I'm talking to people. Get off my channel. If you think your chicken change is the reason why I'm sitting here, then get off. You don't have to support me if you don't want to. What are you talking about? If I will donate if you play that 5 minutes video related to your topic. Put what are you talking about? Don't ask me to do anything for your chicken change, okay? Don't get me started on you, Colwyn. Don't get me started on you because I can handle trolls, all right? You gotta put some respect on a Black sister that is trying to make an impact in her community. You have to put some respect on that. Let me change this. I don't want to keep going on that. I don't have to do anything for you to give me nothing. See this guy trolling my channel. I don't want your chicken shit change. So get off my channel. I'm going to block you. You want to keep doing this? I'm going to block you. Yeah, done. We're serious people. Like the trolls like this coming on my channel and commenting like that. Blocked. I'm serious. I want real people who believe in what I'm doing to support my channel. I'm asking for your support, but it doesn't mean I would ever stop what I'm doing if you don't support me. I'll keep doing it because that is what is right for our people. Our people have suffered for far too long. And we need to rise up and stand up. We need to rise up and stand up. So anybody, any troll want to come on my page and be disrespectful, I'm blocking your ass. You ain't gonna ask me to do nothing for your chicken change. That's not why I'm here. I'm sorry, guys, for my, but you know, he got me going right there because, like, yeah, exactly. So, fam, welcome Mohammed Konde, welcome Taki, welcome guys. Like, thank you so much for tuning in. But we have a conversation that we need to have. Food security is a problem on our continent. When food security is a problem on the continent, our brothers and sisters in the diaspora are being targeted by their food. Why is it that all of a sudden autism is like number one in Black communities? Why? They are attacking our seed, people. Our seed is being attacked, people. We have to take some of these things seriously. Like, we have to. So I'm saying, if you know, the Black people in our community who have the opportunity to help us and they have not helped us for all these centuries, shame on you, but we are not going to wait. Because if we have to contribute $1 each, if we have to contribute 1 cedi each, if we have to contribute 1 naira each to get people together who are interested in us and to push forward, then that is what we must do at all costs. My dream is to build that Ubuntu center. That is my dream. My gift to my people. Everybody have their calling. Everybody have their calling. I made my list, people. I made my list before coming here. I made my list. And the conversation that we needed to have was about education. It was about, you know, bridging the gap of inequality amongst our people, economic wise. It was about creating a healthcare system that will be able to support our people and give and protect us against the bio weapon attacks, like their pandemics. We need to have systems to protect our people. We need to do away with outmoded laws that are putting our young men in prison and not reforming them. We need to do away with aid on the continent. We don't need it. We need to look into our agriculture and produce food enough to feed our people on the continent. And you know, as I was talking to you earlier on, people, so let me come down here and talk to you guys. We don't have to be tired, guys. We don't have to be tired about hearing the same things over if we are not doing anything to, you know, push towards the agenda. I heard someone say that, why does Dr. Arikana have the same message talking about France and this and that? But that is the truth. That is the message we need to hear. The same people, we just need to renew our energy every day and talk about the same issues. Because if the day we get tired about talking about them, and the day we get tired about bucking our talking with action, that is the day we perish. That is the day we perish. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm on live, so please compose yourself. Thank you. Sometimes you need to put some discipline down. So, Kylie, I'm on live. Go back inside. I'm on live. Go, 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 go. I'm on live. Go. Okay, so yeah. So these are the things that we need to talk about, and we don't have to be tired. So as I'm saying, when I come online here, when I go offline, when I go off live, I'm on WhatsApp, bridging the gap, bridging the gap. Okay, I've got brothers and sisters from the diaspora on my WhatsApp page. I have brothers and sisters from the continent, and the conversation is ongoing. You know, I have a platform. I should do it. I don't have the resources. If I had the resources, I've got plenty in here, plenty in here in this head to give to my people. I don't have the resources. I want to build that Ubuntu center, that center that whoever comes to the country, to the continent, can come and do their research and have books, African books available, can have conferences, we can have artifacts display, we can have our stories told and displayed. We can have books from African authors from all over the globe. We can have display. We can have conferences. We can have. This is a center for the advancement of the African agenda. The Ubuntu. Ubuntu means I am because we are. It's the very thing that connects all of us. It is the word for the thing that draws us together as a people. So go to Patreon and support this channel if you believe in this ideal, if you believe in this dream, if you believe that we as a people can do something about our situation. Thank you so much, Mohammed. I really appreciate that comment. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're amazing. That is why, you see, we can't always talk and do nothing. So after you get my point, I don't have the resources to support our brothers and sisters to relocate, but I have the brain. So I can think about what I can do. And what I have started doing is that I have these massive WhatsApp platforms that is kind of like trying to bridge the gap to get, you see, because if African Americans or British Africans or, you know, Africans in the diaspora, if they're going to come to the continent and isolate themselves because they understand themselves, and the Africans also isolate themselves because they can also only understand themselves, and Africans are going to look on the African Americans living with them in the community as these strangers who are weird, that we don't want to deal with. And African Americans in African communities, although they have returned to the motherland, but are also going to be looking at their African counterparts as, oh, these people, what is that? I don't want to live amongst them. I want to go live in my African American village. Then we have achieved nothing. We need to be able to mix up. So all you brothers and sisters coming back, do not segregate yourself when you get to the continent. Mix with the people. Build your connections, because your businesses will succeed if you build connections. Your children will be properly socialized on the continent if you build connections. Sometimes you may have the cultural shocks. Sometimes you may come across the reasons why it's difficult to deal with the people. But if we start the conversation now, if we bring both sides to the table and we start talking and we start to understand each other and we start to access how much we can bond, and we start to access how much similar our situations are, and we open the door for conversation and icebreakers, then we have a path. We have a direct path. Then our reunification is going to be solid and is going to be strong, regardless. So get involved. Get involved. Get on these WhatsApp platforms. It's starting to form. The unification is starting. It's starting to form because Africans have never agreed on anything more than uniting. The unification is on. So get involved. Don't sit on the fence. No, don't say I'm too good. Don't say I'm better. Don't say I'm better than this. Don't sit on the fence. Don't say, no, I don't support this. I don't support these channels. After all, what are they doing? Well, I just told you what I'm doing. I'm uniting us. I have a platform. And I spend time and time and time again to research information to try to educate. Like, I'm doing my part. Let all of us do our parts as well. And I believe our awakening, our unification is going to be climaxed with flying colors. With flying colors. I would like to thank every single one of you. This is the Woke Africa Show. My name is Ejewa, your host, your sister from the continent, your Ghana sister from the continent. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I love you. And let's keep the conversation going. Have a fantastic evening. And check back on this video. Take note of the topic and check back on this video for a link to our WhatsApp page and join in a few minutes. Go to our Patreon page and become a patron. We will appreciate and love you for supporting everything that we are about. Follow us on Instagram at woke_Africa_show on Instagram. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook at the Woke Africa Show. And let's continue to have the conversation on all social media. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. We have done almost 2 hours. I really do appreciate and I love all of you. And let's keep the love and the conversation going. Special shout outs to Colin on Mayat. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Special shout outs goes to Andre Hatchett. Thank you, Andre, for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate your patronage. Thank you so much and see you again same time tomorrow. Stay blessed. Most importantly, look, okay, the last thing I want to say, the sickness, there is a sickness going around. So whatever you've heard, all the conspiracy theories surrounding this whole situation, all the pandemics, planned genders surrounding this whole thing, remember that there is a disease out there. There is a disease out there. So no matter what you're going to do, first of all, we cannot let that disease take our freedom. No. But again, we have to be careful. We have to watch out. We have to stay safe. Because the prophecies and the projections of death on us, oh my God, like we send it right back to them. But we have to exercise caution as well, guys. We have to live through this, you and me. We have to get to the new, Africa. We have to get to the new Africa. If we don't take care of ourselves, how can we get to the new Africa? And I need to see the new Africa with you before the Creator calls me. So please take care of yourself and your family and your children. And remember, please, you have to do the immune boosting remedies. Ginger, garlic, lemons or lime, blend it together, boil water, put a considerable amount to, give you that burning ginger sensation, and sip it all. Okay, you can put lemons in hot water and inhale the vapor. Okay, inhale the vapor, get heat into your chest, get heat into your nostrils, get heat into your system. It is not a cure, but it will improve your immune. And if you have a strong immune system, then you can withstand it all. So let me just go quickly over the remedy that I just told you. And please do it when you're home. It doesn't hurt anything. It will not hurt you. Even if it cannot protect you from the COVID or whatever they call it, it can't hurt you. It can only help you. So please don't apply skepticism to this. Okay, Taki saying, how do I join your WhatsApp group? I'll put a link in the description as soon as I'm done talking, as soon as I hang up. So just stay. But because the video is long, it might be long. So you can email me right now. Email me with your WhatsApp number right now on the Woke Africa Show at gmail.com. Okay, at gmail.com. Yeah, I just put it in there. So you can email me your contact number right now, your WhatsApp number, and then I'll add you. But I'll still put the link in the description so people can join. So as I was saying, please get yourself yes. Okay, Mohammed, please kindly send me your email right now, your WhatsApp number right now, and I'll add you. In the meantime, when we are done, I'll put the link in the description so you can send the link to anyone that you would want to invite to join. It's beautiful on the page. It's amazing to see how Africans, once they are aware of what happened to our brothers in the diaspora, they are just ready to receive them. And I'm not talking about just Ghanaians or Nigerians. Africans from all walks of life are on that platform. So it doesn't matter if you are in the Congo, if you are in Cameroon, if you are in South Africa, if you are from Jamaica, if you are from, we are all Africans. Please send me an email right now and I will add you. Or you can wait for a while, but this is a 2-hour long video, so it's going to take a long time to display on YouTube. But I will put the description in the link. Okay, so get your ginger, get your garlic, and get your lime, the small ones, or lemon. Okay, chop them up, blend them till it's puree. And then you can, for me, I store it in the freezer. So I pour it in ice cubes makers. So I pour it, I freeze it when is iced up. I pour it in a plastic bag. I tie it up and I put it in the freezer. So when I boil my water and it's hot, I put maybe 2 cubes or 3 cubes according to how I want the heat, the ginger heat in me. And I put it in, I stir it, it dissolves in the water, and I start to sip it. So I sip it till the cup is empty. Ginger is a good immune booster. Garlic is an amazing immune booster. And lime is amazing. So if you do this, I'm not saying that it's cure for anything. I'm just telling you that it's going to make your immune strong. So Africa, no matter how much they send their diseases, we can survive this. But we can't survive it by word of mouth alone. We have to fall onto our immune boosting remedies as a preventative measure. So guys, I've put the email in the comment section. So please send me the email. And if you send me the email, I will make sure that I add you to the WhatsApp page. Thank you. If you can support us on Patreon, go to Patreon and support us. You can also share our Patreon page and then to anyone who can support the show. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys, and please stay blessed. And I'll come again your way again. Look out for our recorded sessions. The lighting is always better in our recorded sessions, so look out for it, and let's keep the conversation going. Love you so much. Take care of yourself and be safe. Mwah. See you guys.